Hello, everyone. Welcome back
Another
to another episode
episode with Mystic
of Mystic
Scales
Scales
and Fairy
and
Tales
Fairy Tales
Podcast.
podcast. I'm Lee,
And I'm Jennifer.
and today we continue our mini episode series talking about,
Ali Hazelwood.
yay. I feel like it's taken us forever to get to this one, but it's the novellas, Loathe to Love You.
The
So
series
three
name.
books in one. Although we've been listening to them, so we've been doing one by one. Um,
Which we've talked about our annoyance with it because we were like, if we bought them, you have to buy them individually. There's no Love to Love
right.
You audio collection. You have to just buy the print of all of them or individual audiobooks. But we have been amazing and used our local library. Well, I did.
Mm,
We used her Spotify hours. Um,
I did.
But still, I used my Libby account and I was able to listen to the first one and I got the third one and I'm waiting for the second one. So it's exciting.
So today we're going to talk about the first one,
Dun, dun,
which is
dun.
called Under One Roof, which I keep getting them confused.
Name wise.
I Yeah, I think I kept calling this one Stuck Under a Roof or something, which the second one is Stuck with You
And then the third one is a below zero.
Below Zero. Yeah.
See, I think it's because Under One Roof is a good title. Below Zero is a good title. Stuck with You
Stuck with
is like a
You.
basic title. Like I feel like
Yeah.
you've had like a lot of iterations of that. So like that's like one that I could combine within the sentence.
hmm
Under One Roof, Stuck with You, Below Zero. That's an entire title.
It
It's
is.
like a sentence.
It is.
So maybe
Okay,
that was
so
on
do you want
purpose.
to
I have that. Yeah, I
maybe.
have
I
that.
mean, maybe. So tell
But
us what we're
do you
reading.
want to read the back of book? Is it the same back of book? Does it tell you each individual book or the whole series?
Uh, it does both. It starts with the whole collection, and then each individual book is just a very short, like one sentence.
Oh no,
So I
I
don't
have a
know if,
whole thing here.
okay, so you read your whole thing.
Okay, so back of book ad. Ali Hazelwood, Under One Roof. I should say too, these are technically like part of her STEM.
Oh yeah, they
They
are.
called it part of her STEMinist, which
Steminist, yeah.
is feminist and STEM um novels, like the core novels. Well, the first couple of core novels. This one came out in 2022. So,
Mm-hmm.
a scientist should never cohabitate with an annoying hot nemesis. It leads to combustion. Mara, Sadie, and Hannah are friends first, scientists always. Though their field of study might take them to different corners of the world, they can all agree on the universal truth. When it comes to love and science, opposites attract and rivals make you burn. Dun dun
Mm-hmm.
dun. As an environmental engineer, Mara knows all about delicate nature of ecosystems. They require balance and leaving the thermostat alone and not stealing someone else's food. And other rules Liam, her detestable big oil lawyer of a roommate, knows nothing about. Okay, sure, technically she's the interloper. Liam was already entrenched in his aunt's house, like some glowering, grumpy giant when Mara moved in, with his big muscles and kissable mouth just sitting there on the couch, tempting respectable scientists to the dark side. But Helena was her mentor, and Mara is not about to move out and give up her inheritance without a fight. The problem is, living with someone means getting to know them. And the more Mara finds out about Liam, the harder it is to loathe him, and the easier it is to love him.
Gasp.
Enemies to lovers under one roof. Literally, they're like literally under one roof.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's funny
Okay,
because
yeah.
the cover is like them with a bunch of pillows surrounding them.
Oh my God. I haven't
And I was
even
so confused. Like it's pillows behind them, and like I guess it's like think it was supposed to be like they're holding pillows that they're gonna like fight each other. But like
uh
her arms are crossed and his arms are crossed, so it's just like these squares behind them. And I was like, I don't understand this cover at all.
no, I definitely didn't clue into that.
I would have
Um,
rather like the house, like just be obvious. If you're gonna be
uh,
obvious, be obvious. Just put the house behind
right.
them.
Right. So true.
It was very interesting. First question. There another Liam in any of the other books? I feel like she has a lot of L words. that I don't remember?
I don't
Or this is
think
like our only
so.
main Liam, right?
I think so. And technically his name is William.
Oh,
He goes
really?
by
Okay.
Liam. He's like William the Fourth or something.
Okay.
But I don't think so.
Yeah, Yeah, it's coming up that's only him. Okay, so good. Because I was just like, she has a lot of, basic names. And the
hmm
men are starting to blend a little in my head. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think this book, this story was one of the first times where the size of the man really got to me. Like, I know you're always like, why is he so big? Like, why are his hands so big? Like, what is this? And she made Liam sound so massive that I was like, what is going on? Like, there's no way this dude can just be so hulking. Like, I don't know anyone besides like athletes who I have never seen in person that are this big.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Finally.
So
Finally, someone agrees
I'm
with me.
I'm not gonna lie, it took me out a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like if you put
And
all of Allie's men together, they're all gonna look the same. And I hate that. I want some
yeah.
differentiation, you know? I want some short
Yeah.
queens
Well, and I
or
do
medium
think
sized.
yeah. I think I did like him though because I think he was also described a little bit like Adam Driver. So obviously I love that.
Okay, but Allie's
Um
done that already.
she has, but there was just something about him. Maybe it was because the prologue was like she threw you in there where she
Mm.
was like, "Oh, he's like coming up behind me and like against the sink, you know?" And I was like, "Whoa, what's happening?" Um, but yeah, he was a big dude, and obviously like Mara is tiny, and she makes like references to that in their kitchen and uh, you know, but they're so cute.
Yeah, I think he was pretty funny. I liked that about him. I wrote
hmm
Liam is a man of few words,
hmm
which I feel like she's
I
also done. But I have to
yeah,
remember that this
she
came before
does.
other books, so it's like I'm
That's
yelling like she's
true.
done this already, but like actually, yeah, she did this first and then she did the other books.
Yeah. And
So I
it's
have to like stop.
like it's a novella, so like is she treating this as like a side quest kind of thing? Should we
Yeah.
view it that way? I don't know. What did you think of our like introduction, the conflict, like right off the bat?
Well, I was telling you,
Mar
I like we both said we love the house. I like really need an imagery of this house because at first I think I like thought it was like a brownstone, and like the more it was described,
mm,
I was like, this is getting like bigger and bigger, and I was just
yeah.
like, how big is this
Yeah.
house?
Yeah,
And
I thought it was like a farmhouse, and then the more she described it, I was like, this is like a plantation house. Like this thing is
huge. And I was
massive.
like, what do you mean? Like, this is annoying for them. It sounds like they could have different wings of the house and
Yeah.
never interact. And I was like, wait,
Yeah.
no. Like, I just was like, yeah, I was confused on like the structure. I think it's supposed to be because it's in DC, so I think it is supposed to be closer to like a really big brownstone. But
Mm.
I was like, I really, because it was like Liam's office, there was Liam's room, there was her room, there was Liam's bathroom, her bathroom, the kitchen,
hmm
the living room, the sun den, and then there was like a few other guest rooms. So I'm
hmm
thinking, okay, it's probably just like a really big brownstone or something. But then I started to
Yeah.
imagine, in Hocus Pocus,
hmm
um, what's the girl's name? Oh my God. The girlfriend. Oh my
Oh.
God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, in Hocus Pocus, it's so bothering me
Yeah.
because Danny has that whole part in the movie where she's like saying the name, like, oh, Allison, Allison. There you go. Okay, because that's what I was thinking when she's like, Allison, Allison. Okay, when they go to Allison's house
hmm
and she lives in like one of the old historical houses, then it started to
Mm-hmm.
like develop into that. And I was like, there's no
hmm
way this man was living in that entire house. I mean, he probably was by himself. And I
By
was just like, so
himself.
why would you be pressed like about this girl moving into one wing of your house. I don't know. I need a picture. I was like,
Yeah.
I need a picture so badly of the size of this house.
Yeah. I mean, I think the house alone could be a character.
Yeah.
Like I love it so much. And definitely like if this was like a little like one-off, I don't even know, like limited series or something, like that would be really cool to be able to see that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because you're right, the
but
house really was a character, especially the way that she described it and like how when she first got there, she could imagine like the florals in the front changing seasons and how it felt to sit in the
mm-hmm,
sunroom and the way that like
mm-hmm,
she actually described the environment really beautifully. And I was like,
mm-hmm,
Allie, do this more. Like, not that she doesn't
mm-hmm.
describe her environments well, but I was like, this is really beautiful. Like, can you do one where like, can we do like a cottage book? Like,
Oh my
let's go
God.
by a lake and like tell me all the like dates they have by the lake. I want to feel the sun on my face through your writing. Like
Yeah,
that's what
I
it
love
felt
that.
like. So it was nice.
Hmm. Yeah. But no, I was like, this girl just shows up on your front door and says, "Hey, I'm moving in because I own half of your house." I'd be like, "Sure you are.
And she's like,
Bye."
"Why is he
Like,
mad? Why is he evil?" I was like, "What do you mean? I would be the same." Like,
like
of course he has a
honestly,
lawyer who's gonna email you every day.
or right? Honestly, he was kind of nice to let you even stay for a little bit. He could have been
Yeah,
like, "No, there's a hotel down the
literally.
road. Like, we'll figure this out. I'm a lawyer. Like, I can drop the papers." Um, so yeah, I think it took me a little while to like warm up to
Suspend your belief.
Mara.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
This is like
yeah.
the situation they're in that has to have the conflict.
Hmm.
Um, I
Right,
liked.
because
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say they're not normal roommates, you know? They were forced together and they were roommates.
I wrote that down. You just took it out of my mouth. I literally, my first bullet point in my notes was, and they were roommates, which I loved. I feel like I don't read a lot of, I haven't read a lot of recently, like roommate stories. So I kind of love that.
Mm-mm.
I was gonna say I really loved how she set up the scene before they like Mara's like I live here now, where like she just like rings the doorbell and like he gets flustered and him getting like
Mm-hmm.
flustered and blush like he was like cute and I liked that. It was like little
Mm-hmm.
I don't say little boy, that's gross, but he was like like sweet like
Mm-hmm.
like shy and like whatever. So I really liked that it showed that they definitely would have had a connection no matter what. And then she dropped the
Mm-hmm.
bomb and he's just like closed up. But I thought
Mm-hmm.
that was adorable. That's
Mm-hmm.
like I loved you right when I saw you kind of thing.
Literally. Yeah, a very alley, like he fell first kind of thing.
But she also got flustered. She also thought he was really cute. And she also
Mm-hmm.
was in the moment of it. So I liked it. I think they
Mm-hmm.
both would have fallen at the same time.
Yeah. Um,
What do you think of their like dynamic of having to have opposite work things? It's funny because I'm in the middle of reading Not in
oh,
Love, and I'm also in like being in the
oh,
middle of
so
like
true.
opposite work things.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you think of that?
That's a good question. I guess I just figured there was more to his, like, I was waiting for the other shoe to drop, which it does, you know, that
Hmm,
he's not um fully on board with his company. And actually, I really did like that they helped each other with their work
same.
and were like supportive to each other. Um, and I thought it was nice that he had his own like struggle, like where he was like, I have this great mentor, he got me this job, and I feel like I owe him, but I have to be stuck at this place that like I don't support. And like obviously like Mara is familiar with the company and she's like upset that he works there. So I think it was like actually really smart of her to like write that because it made it like a deeper story, especially and like here we go like talking about it's a novella, it's a short thing, but she still like had so many layers to it.
Hmm.
So I liked that.
I agree because it was just like they understood each other where they're coming from because he's in the position where he doesn't want to upset the mentor that brought him there. That's where she's in the position in the house. She doesn't want to leave the
Mm,
house to upset her mentor that has now passed. And then also he feels stuck in a situation they can't get out of. He feels pressured to be there, feeling like he doesn't belong. And then she's in a position where she's at work and she feels like she's being put in a box. So like they can
hmm.
feel that together. And I absolutely love that because then you're right, they generally do help each other. and it makes it more genuine. And of course, it's like
Hmm.
he's not the bad guy. Don't worry, his boss is. But like,
Right, right.
it was nice in that. I also want to
Hmm.
pause and say that your cat just sat behind you in the cutest way in the world. Like literally, like put
She
her paws
did.
all together. She's like not pancake. She's a muffin right behind you, and she's adorable.
Yes.
I'm
Yes, she
obsessed.
is. Aren't ya? She can't even
I'm
hear us, but
obsessed.
she's like, I know. I do this on purpose.
The star of the show.
Oh my
What
goodness.
do you think of the book? You can tell us. I give her the
Uh-uh.
microphone.
She's
Gotcha.
confused.
Yeah, she really liked it. I guess she really, really liked it.
PJ's
Um,
over here.
what else did I write? I was gonna say, what was your thoughts on the Helena stuff? Wasn't that sad?
It was sad. I wanted a little bit more in Mara's like background, or maybe just more of her with Helena,
Hmm.
to like fully understand their relationship.
Yeah, it sounded like she was like a
But
mom, like a mother figure to her.
yeah,
I mean, to
and
give someone
I
your
like,
house, yeah.
well, yeah. And I thought that was very unique, uh, to have that relationship like in like the academic, the like boss student kind of role. Like they really must have connected to have that. So it was sweet. And I also really liked that like Helena would come home and like be with William for like a couple weeks a year. Like that was really like because she didn't have kids obviously, but like she really connected with her nephew. Um, and I thought that like Ali wrote that well. Um, yeah, you just kind of had this like heartfelt like it's almost like it's like the good parts of like Nicholas Sparks, that like Southern like family. And then obviously like with Helena being like the little meddler that she is,
I love
which
that. It was all set up. It was all a setup, and she knew it
yeah.
would happen. And I was like, that is queen. Like that is like amazing. I thought that was so sweet. And like even if it didn't happen, like it would have been a great start for the two that like whatever
Hmm.
would have happened from it. So I thought it
Hmm.
was adorable. I was like, yes, Helena.
Hmm. Yeah. I thought it was cute.
What do you think of the
Um,
mail scene? Oh my God, when she like didn't take his mail?
oh,
That was crazy.
that was crazy. That was rough. I was like, dang. But also like, why did he not send it to the office? You know?
Valid. If it was the same day delivery and was very important, why didn't you send it to your place of work?
Yeah. Why would you send it to your
Valid.
house when you know you're not gonna be there?
Yeah, and you know your roommate that hates you is gonna be there.
Yeah.
Valid.
Um, but yeah, very, very petty of her and like bold of her to like go through with it?
And I love how the mailman even said it.
I
It's like, damn. But I love how he's like, yeah, that happened to my sister and now they're getting married.
hmm
I was like, true, it's gonna happen. I literally
I
wrote,
know.
they are adorable. And I was like, she thinks she's out of his league. I was like, stop.
Oh,
I was like, stop
yeah.
it.
When his friend is over and she's just like, oh, like I interrupted you.
Yeah. I mean, that was classic Allie of them like assuming.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
was like, damn, girls are just like annoying as guys. Stop assuming.
I kind of like that you compared him to like a little boy because he did have a lot of moments where he was just kind of like cute and flustered.
I guess a
Um,
teenager is a better word than a little boy.
yeah,
Like the
youthful,
boy next
innocent,
door.
if you
Yeah, boy
will.
next door
Yeah.
kind of vibe. Yeah. Innocent
Um,
is a good one. Yeah.
And then interesting that like we get to their like together time and he's like, I don't do this.
Yeah.
Like that was very different.
You
Um,
know, I love when Allie explores different kinds of sexuality and
yeah,
things. So that was
yeah.
kind of cool. 'Cause she's done that in other books too, and with other male characters. So I
Hmm.
appreciated that. It wasn't just like the woman's like, I never do this with anyone, but I'll do it with you. Like it's just like it
Right,
was for him too. Like he's
right.
like, no, I don't normally do this. Like this will be like important to me, and I liked that.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Mm-hmm.
as a like he's like, I want to do this. Um, I wrote that so well little the only thing that was hard for me with this novella because we were listening, I think, or for me, the time jumping was a little confusing
Mm,
because it'd be
mm-hmm.
like, and it's not like time jumping where you're like 1 month later, 2 months later, a year later. It's like 1 week before, 2 weeks ahead,
Right.
3 weeks before.
Right.
And you're like, wait. Like I
Yeah.
got it. Like I wasn't fully lost, but it was a little like I feel like I was just like, okay, I don't really need to pay attention to that. Like I feel like I could just get it. Like I get the
Mm,
story. Like I get where we
mm-hmm.
started and I know I need to know where I know where we're gonna end. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
was the only hard thing about the listening, I think. I think if I was reading it, I would be fine. But yeah, listening
That's
wise, it was
fair.
a little tricky.
Yeah, that's fair. I also like having that like prologue where you're at the end definitely was
Hmm.
jarring. I was
That
like,
was
whoa, whoa,
cool.
whoa. Yeah. I was like, this isn't.
Because she got you
Um,
in. That's that hook. She got that hook in there.
she did. She really did. I liked her like analogy she used, like the hiccup of her heart. I thought that was cute. I
That
thought
is
that was a
cute.
different kind of description.
Yeah, I feel like she took a lot of risks with her descriptions in this, and I really liked it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should try
Much
more.
more. Yeah, like, and we've talked about this too, like building a world. And so she really did that. And the world was this house, and like that was enough, you
I
know?
was ready for the house to start talking.
Smart house.
Um, I did write down the ending was a little fast. I wish I saw them saying they love each other, which I'm
Mm.
surprised I even wrote that down because usually I'm like rolling my eyes because I'm like, of course they're gonna say it. Like just say it already. Like I hate the like no communication. So I kind of
Hmm.
I think maybe I'll take that back from my note and say I actually
Okay.
did like it because it's like it's giving the reader like you know what's gonna happen. Like you don't need to see
Mm.
everything.
Hmm.
Um just like when you watch a good movie, you don't need to see everything after it ends. So
Yeah.
I will scratch that note from my notepad because I actually did like the ending. It was a little fast, but it was a novella. So,
Yeah.
but I felt like I got good enough time with them when they decide to stop being enemies. Like I feel like it wasn't like
Mm.
they were enemies, and they're like, okay, we're good. Like, which I feel
Yeah.
like Hot for Slayer you felt that when they're like
Oh,
enemies, and they're like, okay, never mind, we love
yeah.
each other, and you're like,
Yeah.
whoa. Where this one, like, they
Yeah.
realized pretty early on that they were like being childish, and then they were like, let's just become friends. And then she's like, I'll move out, and then the
Mm.
conflict became that, and not the
Hmm.
like we hate each other. It's more of like, okay, but I want to tell you I like you, so you don't leave. But like, how do I tell you I
Hmm.
like you? And it's like, wait, but I want you to tell me you want me to stay. That was cute.
Right.
I was here for it. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Agreed. I liked um that they had that argument where like she comes down and she's like calling him an asshole and whatever, and then like in her head she realizes like all of the things like from his perspective, and they both kind of do that, and they're like, oh, maybe we should kind of like start over, and
Hmm.
like you said, we can be friends, like this can work. I thought a lot of this felt very real, like a very natural relationship, like, and they had, they worked through issues, and
They
it
communicated very
just,
well.
yeah, which is in a book. Wow.
Rare. Rare. And a book with an Ally book too, where her favorite thing is a miscommunication trope. Rare. Very
Well,
rare.
sit tight because the next one is only miscommunication.
Of course it is. I am nowhere near surprised that that is in her Ally Hazelwood book. I feel like I want
Uh,
to get like a map of like where all these places in her. I appreciate that
mm,
she does different states. I think that's
mm-hmm.
like the luxury of her not being from here. Like she gets to like explore different spaces in her
Mm.
book. And
Yeah.
I do wonder if she like gets to visit these places. I mean, she's like probably been all over now. She's been here for a while, but like doing this for a while, but like I wonder like when she was writing, like did she get to like visit all these different places and like how much,
Yeah.
you
I
know?
guess
That's pretty
I kind
cool.
of assumed she worked in all of them. I
That's
figured she
true.
had some connection to like Cali and Texas, and now it's DC.
I guess I never actually
Um,
fully looked up when she moved to the States. either.
Like I haven't looked up her like CV either, like the science side of things. Like I don't fully know her life before writing, but we
Mm.
know that it was like a full one. So I suppose we should.
I wonder if her like old coworkers think that too now. Like someone who used to work with her, like let's say in a lab, and it's just like that's fucking like that's crazy. This girl's like an author.
Yeah, like this girl
Like
was presenting on whatever her research was, and now
she's a New York Times bestseller of a romance. Like I do wonder if like anyone in her old life like goes back and like reads and is like, huh, I think I know who this person's based off of.
oh my God, that would be, I would love that. I would love like, or even just like a childhood best friend, like do an interview and be like, so tell us about Ali before.
Literally, literally, literally. Like let's deep dive into this.
Mhm.
And where does Wet take place? What state is that?
That's California,
Oh, okay. So she does go
because
back to
that's,
California a few times. Okay.
yeah, that's Stanford. Um, so yeah.
Okay. So
What's
like
your,
Texas, you're right.
yeah, it's, yeah, I guess because Love Hypothesis is California too, right?
Yeah, and then not
And then
on the
MIT. Oh, Not in
yeah, and
Love
then
is Texas, right?
I should know that. I'm in the middle of reading it. I also was reading it and then I
So,
took such a big break. Then me going back to it,
uh-oh,
I'm like, I have to remember everything. And I was like, I don't know if I
uh-oh.
do. And I do. Um,
That's
but
good.
yeah, don't ask me those details.
I
I
think it's in
cannot tell
Texas.
you. I also think it's in a southern state.
Yeah,
We
it's
will review
somewhere.
that book soon. We can't give it all away before we get to that episode.
So true.
So
Oh
we
my
do
gosh.
plan to finish the rest of the novellas. We'll do, was it Stuck with You? And then
Mm-hmm.
Below Zero.
Zero.
Also Bound, her newest novella has come out,
Mm-hmm.
which Lee and I both were like, novella who? It's 7 hours on
So
Spotify.
true.
So that is not a novella because our other
No.
novellas for like perspective are like 3 hours.
Yeah, three to
And
four. Like, yeah.
literally, and Lee and I are also reading Done and Dusted. Actually, it's the Done and Dusted is the first book, but it's the Rebel Blue Ranch series. And we're gonna do future full episodes. So stay tuned. Um,
Yay.
I'm like obsessed with this author. She's like my new baby. Um, and those books, like novels, are like seven to
Yeah.
eight hours on
Yeah.
like listening. So I was just like, how would that 7 to 8 hours? And this new Allie
Mm-hmm.
novella is also 7 hours. I was like, this feels
It's a
like
book.
Allie the book.
Like,
It's a book. It's
yeah.
a book. It's
Yeah.
not a novella.
So, so we will be listening to that once we have
Yeah,
all
it's
our
on
Spotify
Spotify.
hours.
But I think it also might be available in other places too. I think it's just produced by Spotify.
Oh, okay.
So I have to check that because then I was like, oh, that's why I was under, for my listeners, I was under the impression, I am just new to Spotify hours. I have been using Audible for a while, and Audible, you pay for your monthly subscription and you pay $15 is the lowest. That's you get one credit, you get one book. Essentially you're paying for the book. Um, but you
Fair.
also get their membership with it. I guess you do technically have to have an Amazon Prime account, I think. So I guess that is more money than you think. Um, so then I don't know if that's true. Don't quote me on that. But you also get access to their whole catalog of things that are like free with Audible and or
Mm,
so they have like a lot of books that are free and then they also have like Audible exclusives. Like they produce their own things. Like they just recently produced a full cast of Pride and Prejudice, which I will soon hopefully listen to.
mm,
And I want you to listen to as well, so it'll be fun.
okay.
Um,
Yeah.
so like I was under the impression that if it's a Spotify, I was like thinking when I started Spotify, it's like the same thing. Like if it's a Spotify
Mm,
exclusive, it'd be
mm-hmm.
included in your Spotify membership. And then little did I know, Lee was like, no. And I was like, oh, that's not how
No.
Spotify works. So
No.
yeah, I have to wait. We have to both wait for our Spotify hours to restart for us to actually be able to listen to Bound. So
I
soon to
know
come on that.
it's so tricky. Yeah, you can buy it for $10
Yeah, I'm not gonna do
or
that.
no.
I'm not doing that.
Because it's the premium is $10. So like why?
I'm not
But
doing that.
yeah, I was nervous to
Wait,
start
really?
it. Yeah.
Oh wow, because Audible does wow, okay, not this is not an ad for Audible, I swear. But Audible does a thing that if you're gonna buy an extra title, you could obviously buy more credits. You could like immediately buy another credit for $15, or you could buy like a package, but then sometimes they'll have like they have member discounts for books. So if I wanted to
Oh
get
yeah.
another book, I can get it for we've done this before, where I get it for like
Yeah.
$12 because it's like a member 30% member discount. So
Hmm.
I can add another book on for $12 rather than 15. So the fact that you have to for Spotify, if you want to buy the extra book, it's the same price as your membership. That's insane. It should be discounted.
Hmm.
Just
Well,
saying.
it actually is discounted, but that's the discount.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
normally $12.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't want to start it too soon because I don't want to run out of hours and then I have to wait.
Yeah, I have to wait for my hours to restart.
So it's all a
So
game.
more to come with the Ali Hazelwood series. But that is our plan. We'll be doing the rest, like the recap. We'll be doing the rest of these novellas. We will eventually be doing Bound, and we'll be doing Not in Love. After Not in Love, we move on to Deep End, right?
Yeah. Unless you want to do problematic summer romance right after.
We've been doing publication order, so I don't mind doing the break
Yeah.
or doing what after. I will do whatever you tell me to do. You are the Ali starter pack.
I want you to do problematic summer, but there's cameos in that.
from
So
from Deep End. I also only fully call it wet. I don't call it Deep
that's
End.
that's fine.
I just thought it was genius, but it's
Um,
fine.
like I read Deep End in February, so it's been a minute and I would love to
Crazy.
talk about it. So
That's crazy. Yeah, this is kind of nice because this is the first ones that Lee and I like. Once we got to Mate, Lee and I were finally reading together because she's read all of this
hmm
before. But the novella
hmm
she hasn't read, and Mate we
hmm
obviously read when it came out. So it's nice that we're doing
Yeah,
things together now.
aligned.
It's fine.
Don't worry, Allie will keep coming out with things, so we'll keep going along.
Well, on our main episodes, you will be seeing some fun changes. We are reading a little faster than our book club, I will say,
Mm,
because we were like in a lull with the series. So our book club will be we'll be reading Brimstone f soon, which is the second Quicksilver book, but because it's coming out like now, obviously we will not have a review up a week later. So
no.
you will see a review like in a month, probably like normal, like we wait a couple weeks, whatever. So what we are going to be doing, reviewing a series, like I mentioned, we are reading the Rebel Blue Ranch. Is it? I keep saying the
Yeah.
Blue Rebel Ranch, Rebel Blue Ranch series, which we are loving, and we will continue Red Rising. I know we started it recently. Don't worry, we
hmm
will go into it again. We have to wait for our Audible credits to come in to be able to finish Red Rising because we love doing the graphic audio. So, yeah, more to
hmm
come. That'll be slower. We will post everything on our Instagram and TikTok. So that's why you should follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Find us on the app Babel. We can also look up Fae Tales. We have two book clubs. We have like our main book club, and then we have like a side quest one where we do we read even slower on that, but it's just like more like
hmm
one-off books. We just finished Wild Reverence, and then we're gonna get into some like holiday reads, and then it's just like that's more like a vibe one. It's just like what are you
Yeah,
guys feeling?
yeah,
Like what are we feeling? There's like 10 of
yeah.
us in there, so we're like, what are we feeling?
It's
So
great.
feel free to join us and stay tuned for more. We hope you have a lot of big TBR stacked for end of year. We'll definitely talk about some end of year
Mm,
goals soon.
for
Um,
sure, yeah.
and we are ending our season 2 of the podcast before we
We
start
are
season 3 and before we make a year of the podcast. So we have some great celebrations
wild.
coming. So stay
Hmm
tuned for more.
Very, very exciting.
Very
All good
exciting.
things.
Yes, yes. So we appreciate your listen today. Let us know what you think of this Ali Hazelwood miniseries and our love for Ali, and happy reading.
Happy reading.